you understand?
Hey everybody, I'm Tony Jones, and welcome to the Tony Jones Show.
There's just not enough people are willing to take the risk. It's just sort of a herd mentality, a lemming-like mentality. If you don't go with the flow, you're anti-American and therefore a suspect.
The Tony Jones Show, featuring punk, rockabilly, psychobilly, and Providence, Rhode Island's finest, starts right now.
He's a dangerous militia member, I hear. Oh, and there she blows.
To remind me of who I was.
quasar for an Ian or two. It's coming from the heart straight to you. Surfing on the magma, there's nothing else to do. Looking for the pole star, but I'm easily confused. It's coming from the heart straight to you. Listen to the sunset. Why is it so obscure? Used to be a gas cloud for a second or two. It's coming from the heart straight to you. Rolling on the lava, nothing else to do. Trying to take a picture, but I'm easily amused. It's coming from the heart straight to you.
Friends, the time for mediocrity in broadcasting is over. My name is Tony Jones, and you are tuned in to the Tony Jones Show, your destination for talk and rock, online at tonyjones.org, facebook.com/Tony Jones Show, on the almighty Twitter at Tony Jones NRI. We kick things off this week with a little bit from the Quins, going out by request, The Valley, the name of that one. Then the track you've just heard was The Maybes, Set the Controls. They are our friends from Scotland, and we haven't heard them here in quite a few weeks' time, so that was a little Maybes that you just heard. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out with me. I'll be with you between now and the top of the hour, and yes, I am flying solo this week. No guest in studio. My occasional co-host, Mr. DJ Psycho Eddie, is out on assignment, so it's just me and you on the internet airwaves with some of the best music around. Lots of new music coming through. Go to tonyjones.org or rifreeradio.org. Click on the contact page. Lots of new music coming through, great new music, and we're going to get to quite a bit of that tonight. I have some new music double shots on tap. But before that, and up next, actually, we'll be off the air 1 week from today because my band, Tony Jones and the Cretin 3, will be at the Midway Cafe in Jamaica Plain /Boston I get to play with, not only do I get to play and perform live for everybody, which I love to do, but I get to play with two of my favorite bands, Johnny Earthquake, who I've been listening to since I was a teenager, and the Nymphadels. So that's going to be 1 week from today. It's going to be a matinee show. Starts at 4. It's over at 8 p.m. because if you, like me, are a professional wrestling fan, you know that is the date of the Royal Rumble, which is one of my favorite, most favorite pay-per-views of the year. So I'll be speeding home to get to the Royal Rumble. So up next, we're going to have a double shot of bands that I will be playing with next weekend. Starting off with the Nymphadels, one of my favorite tracks from them. Here's Wake Up. You heard it here on The Tony Jones Show.
Lock the door and let's stay in. I just don't know what jaded love that's always stuck on someone else. I just wanna feel brand new under the sun. So I'm turning all the stations on until we find our favorite song. And we won't stop, we'll sing along because the night is young. That's why we need a little wake up, wake me up. Been sleeping way too long. The time's right and nothing's wrong. Turn it up and turn me on. Wake up, wake me up. Been sleeping way too long. The time's right and nothing's wrong. Turn it up and turn me on. Wake up and wipe the sleep out from your eyes. I wanna see the dream you hide inside. Wake up and wipe the sleep out from your eyes. I wanna see the dream you hide inside. So I'm turning all the stations on until we find our favorite song. And we won't stop, we'll sing along because the night is young. That's why we need a little wake up, wake me up. Because I've been sleeping too long. Turn it up and now turn it up and now turn me on. Wake up, wake me up. Because I've been sleeping too long. Turn it up and now turn it up and now turn me on.
Well, it's a dangerous job, but the paycheck is great. And I fear for my life. There are people who rob, murder, and rape. And I fear for my life. This ain't no Andy Griffith, ain't no Barney Fife. Where every flip phone looks like a knife. What will become of my kids and my wife if I should pay the price? I fear for my life. Well, the good and the bad all start to look the same. I feared for my life. I feel like I'm trapped in a bad video game. I feared for my life. I've been watching too much Walking Dead. You gotta shoot the bastards in the head. It's better off them than me instead. That pays the final price. I feared for my life. Well, you never know what's behind that door. I feared for my life. So I sprayed her with bullets just to make sure. I feared for my life. I offered up my deepest regret. I should have gotten an award, but I get disrespect. Then you start to hate the ones you're supposed to protect. I know I was right. I feared for my life. He was only a boy, but it looked like a gun. And I feared for my life. promise will prove I was right. I feared for my life. Yeah, I feared for my life. The law was on my side, and I feared for my life.
I Feared for My Life, the name of that one you just heard from the Johnny Earthquake Band. Then before that, I brought you into some Nymphadels, one of my favorite Nymphadels tracks. We heard a Wake Up. You were tuned in to the Tony Jones Show, Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show, on Twitter @TonyJonesNRI. Of course, I do keep up with the social media accounts throughout the live broadcast, so if you're catching us live and not in podcast form or on a replay, be sure to check in with me throughout the program. Go to TonyJones.org and RIFreeRadio.org. 2 tracks that Tony Jones and the Cretin 3 bands will be playing with 1 week from today, 4 to 8 p.m. at the Midway Cafe, Boston, Jamaica Plain. Nymphadels, Johnny Earthquake, one of my favorites, a man I have been listening to since I was a teenager. Now, at the top of the hour, I told you that I was flying solo this week. I was all alone here in our luxurious studio. And moments after I said that, who walks in but my former occasional co-host, Mr. George Garner. He is here in studio, of course, host of the Haunted Cabaret, bass player for Tony Jones and the Cretin 3, and writer. How do you keep all that? How do you juggle all that?
I work third shift and do all that instead of my work.
Your resume is starting to get as long as mine.
Not quite. I'm only juggling, let's say, maybe 5 or 6 things at once at this point. I think, holds the record at maybe, 10 or 12? During the political season, I think it's more like 14.
And I recently cut back on caffeine. Now, that didn't help.
No. Why did you do that?
For health reasons. Knocking my blood pressure all crazy.
Okay, there's nothing else you could have done instead for health reasons?
And what I realized is that just at any excuse, I was stopping to get a cup of coffee.
Right.
And if you get to, 4, 5, 6 cups a day,
Well, it depends what kind of coffee, too. I mean, are we talking, when you say stopping, do you mean Dunkin' Donuts coffee, which isn't really coffee?
Right. So, I'm an old schooler, so my coffee is normally hot black. So right. I'm going straight to I'm plugging that thing straight into my veins about 5 or 6 times a day. That's what I realized doing real estate is that every time I had a meeting with someone, that meeting was over a cup of coffee. So if it was a busy day, I'm up to 12 cups of coffee. Well,
don't mess with tradition. I mean, you're not going to get the coffee out of real estate.
Yeah. No, really if you show up with a cup of tea, you're just going to lose every chance of any kind of business. But, that brings me, this is kind of just a random thought, but a lot of you know I am a advocate for the legalization of marijuana, and you have folks on the more socially conservative side that will just crap all over a marijuana user, whether it's a occasional marijuana user or a hardcore marijuana user, yet they need 6 cups of coffee and a bottle of Xanax to get through the day. To me, a drug's a drug. Coffee did more negative effects on me than any little bit of cannabis ever did.
Well, I don't know. A drug is a drug in the big picture, but isn't coffee a stimulant and marijuana a depressant, though?
Right, yeah.
So, I mean, you could argue on that basis. I've met plenty of, very good musicians that are lacking in ambition because they smoke a little bit too much of the devil's lettuce.
And they think about all the cool things they're going to do. They never actually do any of them.
Right, and they talk about it in syllables spaced far apart. Whereas the coffee drinkers are usually the entrepreneurs that actually have things going.
And the marijuana smokers, they hit their chords on the guitar far apart too. They hit one, and then it rings out, and then they hit another one.
They do.
You're never going to see that in punk rock.
No. So as far as drugs of choice, I mean, I would endorse things that rev you up rather than rev you down.
Right. Whatever drug keeps you going.
Right. Now, if you're a maniac that needs a puff every so often, by all means.
Or if, you need a little bit more of an appetite. When nobody around here suffers from needing more of an appetite or having wasting syndrome.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to base the use of the endorsement of marijuana on that, I mean, I think it better stay illegal, because if more marijuana permissiveness equals more indulgence in, I don't know, what would you call what we mostly eat?
Junk?
That's, yeah. I was trying to think of a more polite word, but
slop.
Yes, yeah, and I think, well, you're right. You might want to cut down on your cups of coffee, but given a choice of those two poisons, I would go with the coffee every time. As a matter of fact, I'm drinking more coffee these days, so I don't eat as much junk.
Right.
So I'm right now. I'm going the other way. I'm substituting coffee for the junk.
I spent some quality years on the third shift myself, and I think if it wasn't for coffee, I would have never made it through.
Yeah, and I don't know. Isn't it supposed to be healthy in some ways too?
I think, yeah. It's more. It's one of those things that just changes every time. Every time there's a new study out.
Right. As well as a few drops of alcohol is supposed to be good for us.
Right. Wine's supposed to be good for you. Chocolate is supposed to be good for you.
Bringing up a good question. Now, I was talking to somebody, and we pointed out that you can pretty much make anything. Now, wine is usually made from grapes. That's what they usually sell on the mass market. But you can pretty much turn anything into wine, right? There's dandelion wine.
Yeah.
There's wine made from all kinds of berries, right? Is there such a thing as marijuana wine?
I think it's in the pipeline. It's one of the things that in California, they're a few steps away, but possibly legalizing cannabis soon. And a lot of people probably know that California is the 5th largest economy in the world.
Right.
So all the entrepreneurs are with bated breath waiting to see if it becomes legal in California.
Right. Now, if you were going to what part of the plant would you make the wine with? The leaves?
Yeah, I guess or the buds, but I don't know how you would.
Right, because they, in dandelion wine and things like that, they use the flowers, right?
Yeah.
I think.
But I'm not sure if it's actually the grape that matters or if it's the hairy Italian or the hairy French women that are stomping on the grapes.
That element of bottom of the foot filth.
Get a little piece of hair in your teeth while drinking a fine wine. That's probably some large Italian woman or large French woman's toe hair. Think about that while I bring you into these next 2 tracks. The new Victory Records Spring Sampler is out. Drop me a line if you'd like a copy. And we're going to hear 2 off of that up next, starting with Islander. Another perfect segue here on the Tony Jones Show. This track is called Think It Over. And hopefully you heard it here first.
face was melting in the rain. Oh, leaning up against the hood of my car, walking softly in the night under barely visible stars. Under barely visible stars. Stuck on you that summer on the East Coast, up till dawn, thinking I was wrong. Why can't I erase it? I tried to replace him. Hearing her in every song. So many come and go. Well, it's just not the same. Comfort you'll never know. Baby, you're not to blame. I ran after you, chasing your car to the rain. The tears are clouding your eyes. Now I'm just screaming at your grave. You should have carried my name. You could have carried mine.
It's New Music Week here on the Tony Jones Show. Two of them right there off of the Spring Victory Records sampler. You just heard from Broadside, Come and Go, the name of that track. Then before that, a little Islander, Think It Over. The new music continues now with a young man who released his EP just last night at AS220, a guy who's been in the studios here long ago with a band called Fall and Bounce. We're going to hear an acoustic track from Jamie Craighead up next for you. Off of his new EP, this track is Grain of Salt. You heard it here first on The Tony Jones Show.
Lying here in my bed all alone, my mind just a cluster of thoughts. I keep looking in the past with mixed memories, trying to connect all the dots. It's so easy to get focused on one damn thing when you're feeling down and blue. And the hardest part above all else is that I'm still not over you. Every now and then I get lonesome, thinking nothing but about you. Staying up late at night, wishing my brain would find something else to do. It's so easy to get focused on one damn thing when you're feeling down and blue. And the hardest part above all else is that I'm still not over you. It's so easy to get focused on one damn thing when you're feeling down and blue. And the hardest part above all else is that I'm still not over you. The future's on my mind with a grain of salt, but I push the idea away. The emotion streaming through at lightning speed keeps everything else at bay. It's so easy to get focused on one damn thing when you're feeling down and blue. And the hardest part above all else is that I'm still not over you. Yeah, and the hardest part above all else is that I'm still not over you.
Devil's head, he said, well, I ain't never gonna be lonely again. I need me a partner, and I'll need her in red. She'll be the finest thing you see, and I'll be the only thing she believes. fell in love with everything you said. So what you need me to do, I will go on right ahead. Call me sin and I will be your girl. Well, I can never lose you, 'cause I'd be losing me too. I do the devil's work and I'll do it for free. As long as you can always love a girl like me. Call me sin and I've been waiting for you to tempt and desire. So it's just a brush of fire. Well, don't be scared. Fell in love with everything you said. So what you need me to do, I will go on right ahead. Call me sin and I will be all yours. Well, I can never lose you, 'cause I'd be losing me too. Well, I can never lose you, 'cause I'd be losing me too.
place in line. Hold your head up, heed his wisdom. Just remember now to take your time. Chain your worries, say the blessing. Seek your honored place in line. A solid footing, head you ready. Just remember now to take your time. Come on, come on, come on, and draw a string back. Come on, come on, come on, and draw a string back. Come on, come on, come on, I said we can. Step to the mark. Step to the mark. Let's see the mark. Step to the mark. Trust your power, live the lesson. Take your rightful place in line. Seize the moment, claim the victory. Just remember now to take your time. Come on, come on, come on, and draw a string back. Come on, come on, come on, and draw a string back. Come on, come on, come on, to the weekend. Step to the mark. Step to the mark. Step to the mark. Come on. Step to the mark. Let's see
The new music, it keeps rolling in here to the Tony Jones Show, coming out of two from Soundsmith, spelled S-M-Y-T-H, if you want to check them out. Some great tracks there. Step to the Mark, the song you've just heard. Before that, Mr. Scarecrow. Then before that, we heard from Megan Casey, my favorite cut off of her new EP, Girl Named Sind. And then last time we chatted, I brought you into some brand new, that's right, he just released it last night, Grain of Salt, the name of that track from the new Jamie Craighead solo acoustic EP that he released at AS220 just last night. The newest, best music, both local and independent, right here for you on the Tony Jones Show. George Garner is here enjoying some Dr. Thunder in the studio.
My skin is changing colors over here. What gives you... I'm not a chameleon. That does not mean I'm enjoying it.
Now, we are as you know...
Where the hell is this stuff from, anyway?
We are a DIY, do-it-yourself setup.
I think I just poisoned myself.
And we like to fill the fridge for the talent. You know, there's not much we can do for the talent here. We really can't pay them.
Do we have a grudge against some of the talent?
We try to at least have, you know, cold beverages, alcoholic beverages, occasionally food here. And so George went over to the studio fridge and helped himself to some Dr. Thunder, cracked it, sipped it, and proceeded to almost vomit all over the broadcast studio here.
This is going down the toilet. That's the only place. That's the only place for it.
See, now I haven't tried the Dr. Thunder yet, but I'm partial to Moxie. So I'm thinking that if I like Moxie, I'll like Dr. Thunder.
Well, you can have the rest of this can.
It has that, you know, I like a little bite to my soft drink beverage.
Oh, you'll get bite. I mean, Dr. Thunder, it reminds me more of what the old rave joint, Fort Thunder. Kind of what it smelled like and probably the floor tasted like the day after.
In just 33 days' time, you can join myself, George Garner, and DJ Psycho Eddie at TerraCon in Providence. A lot of updates coming out, so go to theterracon.com to check it out.
Yeah, they're adding people day by day.
They're adding people almost by the day. I'm excited about Kevin Nash. He's always a nice guy. One of the founding, for all you metalheads out there, one of the founders of Megadeth. He's going to be there. He also has a coffee company now. Some of our local
speaking of coffee,
some of our local favorites will be there. Penny Dreadful, Keith and Sandra Johnson, Ken DaCosta. So it's going to be a good time. It's going to be, you know, a nice, enjoyable, laid back convention. Now, I do get nervous about events planned this time of year because it being New England here locally where we are, you're always facing the fact that there's going to be a foot of snow that hits on Friday and TerraCon's on Saturday and Sunday. But
well, that just gives us more time in Christine.
That's true. The Christine car will be there. I believe I saw the Batmobile, and I wonder if my friends that have Herbie the Love Bug will be there. I didn't have the gumption to get into Herbie the Love Bug at the Comic-Con, but DJ Psycho Eddie did pry himself into poor Herbie the Love Bug.
And was pried out, I imagine.
Was pried out, yeah. I mean,
actually, what this sounds like it's shaping up to is, I kind of hope we get a foot of snow on Friday, right? Because if we are the only ones with the trepidation to make it to that convention,
maybe they'll let us drive Christine around.
Christine, the Batmobile, and Herbie. We can have a demolition derby.
This is, I think, is more of a convention for the hardcore fans. You're not going to see droves and droves of people at this convention, which is actually something I'm looking for. I like both, but
right, but we're not going to see people dressed up like unicorns and.
Well, you know, cosplay folks they'll show up to anything, so they're always looking for I mean, they spend thousands and thousands of dollars and many hours on these costumes. They're always looking for a chance to go out and cosplay.
Right, but maybe we could run them over.
Now, I've had on several circumstances where I've been out at conventions just in my regular street clothes, and people have commented to me, "Nice costume." So I guess I have the system beat. Let's get back to the music now, because if you can believe it, we're starting to run out of time, and I want to continue with all the great local music that has been coming through. Again, go to TonyJones.org, rifreeradio.org, and click on the contact page if you'd like to be in studio, or if you have new music for us. And, you know, we pretty much we have an open door policy here. Authors, musicians, I mean, come on in. So drop us a line. We'll give you a can of Dr. Thunder. And
if you survive that, we will let you speak to you.
We'll talk to you here right on the air. Up next is a double shot from the Papa Joe Show. It's kicking off with Keep Rollin' Long.
It started in L.A. My son did his magic with some of my tunes. I liked the sounds that I heard. It somehow struck a real deep nerve. Had to keep rolling on. Had to keep singing my song. Had to keep rolling on. to say. Gotta keep the music going every day. Have to keep going on. Have to keep singing my song. Have to keep rolling on. They say that music is good for the soul. Things like blues and rock and roll. That's why I have to sing my song. Pick up my guitar and play along. Have to keep rolling on. Have to keep singing my song. Have to keep rolling on. Later, I'm on my way. Been playing my music most every day. Let the world have a little cheer. Hope to be doing it for the rest of my years. Have to keep rolling on. Have to keep singing my song. Have to keep rolling on. In LA, my son did his magic with some of my tunes. I like the sounds that I heard. It somehow struck a real deep nerve. Have to keep going on. Have to keep singing my song. Have to keep rolling on. They say that music is good for the soul. Things like punk and rock and roll. That's why I had to sing my song for Marie Michelle and Brian Young. Have to keep rolling on. Have to keep singing my song. Have to keep rolling on. Have to keep singing my song. Have to keep rolling on. Have to keep singing my song. I'm living the big life. Life is good, they say. I'm thanking the Lord, girl, for you each and every day. Would have never made it this far without your helping hand. Thanks to you and the Lord above, I'm finally a whole man. Thank you, girl, thank you, girl, thanks for all you've done. Thank you, girl, thank you, girl, our lives have just begun. Our lives have just begun. I'm living the big life. Life is good, they say. I'm thanking the Lord, girl, for you each and every day. Could have been dead or in prison without your precious love. Thanks to you and all we've been through, I've learned to rise above it. Thank you, girl, thank you, girl, thanks for all you've done. Thank you, girl, thank you, girl, our lives have just begun. Our lives have just begun. Thank you, girl, thank you, girl, thanks for all you've done. Thank you, girl, thank you, girl, our lives have just begun. Our lives have just begun. very first day that I saw you, I already knew I'd like to spend my eternal life loving and being with you. From your very first glance, I could see all the love that you bring. I knew right then, in that pretty girl, you were the one to make me sing. Thank you, girl, thank you, girl, thanks for all you got. Thank you, girl, thank you, girl, our lives have just begun. Our lives have just begun.
Coming out of 2 from the Papa Joe Show right here on the Tony Jones Show. Thank You Girl, the name of that track. Last time we chatted, I brought you into Keep Rolling Long. And if you can believe it, we are just about out of time for this week's edition of the Tony Jones Show.
That's terrible. Once again, I lobby for 2 hours.
You know, I mean, the way things are going, we could go to like 8 hours. I mean, you just have to drink Dr. Thunder all day. But
if that's the price I have to pay, the answer is no.
If you're in the Jamaica Plain, Boston area 1 week from tonight, hope you can join us over at the Midway Cafe. Tony Jones and the Cretin 3, Johnny Earthquake Band, the Nymphadels, 4 to 8 p.m. So if you're a professional wrestling fan like me, yes, you can make it. Now, even if you're a little late, you know that the first hour of the Royal Rumble is going to be stupid, you know, so come out and see the show first, then enjoy the Rumble. I want you to go to rifreeradio.org, click on the blog page. It's hopping. It's hopping. We have more fan fiction coming from Chuckles the Clown. I have some interviews up there, one with the band Orgy, one with Knee-High Fox, so be sure to check those out, rifreeradio.org. That's the blog page, and of course, if you have music for us or if you'd like to be in studio, you click on the contact page. It is that easy. George, I want to thank you for your impromptu co-hosting today.
You are welcome.
And we are going to leave with, well, it's what we love around here, some good old-fashioned horror punk. George, you and I, one of our favorite bands, I'm hoping to get to a double shot of Electric Frankenstein on tap for you, kicking off with Perfect Crime. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Every day, it's making life a mess. You need another alibi, but never will confess.
to you.